You are not ready for what just went down. Imagine this, cameras rolling, mics hot. The entire Love and Hip Hop Atlanta cast gathered for what was supposed to be a tense but civil sit-down reunion special. Everyone's dressed to kill, designer heels clicking, chains gleaming, fake smiles barely holding. Then, out of nowhere, whack, Rasheeda Frostius. That Rasheeda, the queen of boss chick, wife, mother, business mogul hauls off and slaps Kendra Robinson so hard the sound echoed through the entire soundstage like a gunshot. Kendra stumbles back, hand flying to her cheek, eyes wide in pure disbelief. The whole room freezes. Producers scream cut, but nobody moves. Security scrambles. Phones are already up recording illegal bootlegs that are blowing up TikTok as we speak. And the reason? One single, devastating sentence that Kirk frost Rasheeda's on again, off again, forever, messy husband let slip just 30 seconds earlier. Live. In front of millions. I spent the night at the W Midtown with Kendra. And it wasn't just to talk business. The words hung in the air like smoke. You could literally see the moment Rasheeda's soul left her body, then came roaring back in pure rage. She didn't scream first. She didn't cry. She just reacted. One clean, open-handed slap that sent Kendra's hoop earring flying across the set. Security had to pull Rasheeda back while she was still yelling, "You really thought you could smile in my face? Take my checks for appearances, and then sneak around with my husband in my city." Kendra, still holding her face, fired back through tears and fury. "He came to me, Rasheeda. You know how Kirk is. You've been knowing for years." And just like that, the reunion imploded. But here's what the headlines aren't telling you yet. This wasn't just a random hookup. Sources close to production are whispering that hotel security footage exists, grainy elevator clips, hallway kisses, Kirk carrying Kendra's overnight bag like they were on a romantic getaway. And get this, the night in question was Rasheeda's birthday weekend. She was home throwing a private dinner for their kids while Kirk allegedly told her he had studio meetings that ran late. Fans are losing their minds. Twitter is on fire. Hashtag Kirk Chittigan is trending worldwide. Hashtag Rasheeda Slap has already surpassed 1.2 million posts in under 4 hours. Old clips of Rasheeda saying "I'll never let a side chick take what's mine" are being stitched and remixed into slow motion. Slap montages set to Megan Thee Stallion beats. But the real tea. This isn't the first time Kendra's name has floated around the Frost marriage. And it definitely isn't the first time Kirk's been caught slipping. The difference now. Rasheeda didn't just find out through gossip blogs or shady DMs, she found out live, on camera, in front of the entire cast, while the red light was blinking. And what she did next after the slap. After security finally separated them. After the producers desperately tried to regain control, shocked even the most jaded Love and Hip Hop veterans. Stick around, because what happened in the green room immediately after that slap is about to change everything you thought you knew about this marriage, this cast, and this franchise forever. You're not gonna believe what's coming next. Rasheeda slaps Kendra Robinson on set after Kirk Frost hotel night exposed live. Hit that like button right now if you're already screaming at your screen. Because trust me, you haven't heard the half of it yet. The cameras were still rolling when security finally pried Rasheeda off Kendra. You could hear the chaos in the background, chairs scraping, cast members gasping, someone yelling "Get the medics." But Rasheeda wasn't done. Her chest was heaving, gold chains swinging wildly, mascara starting to streak because the tears were coming now, hot and fast. She pointed one long acrylic nail right at Kendra's face and screamed, "You've been plotting this since day one. I gave you a spot on my tour, I let you in my home, and this how you repay me, by riding my husband in a hotel while I'm blowing out candles with my babies." Kendra, still clutching her cheek where a perfect handprint was already blooming red, staggered to her feet with help from Scrappy, who looked like he wanted to be anywhere else. She wiped blood from her lip, turns out the slap split hand, spat back, "Don't act like you didn't know, Rasheeda. Everybody knows Kirk can't keep it in his pants. You've been playing the perfect wife for the cameras while he's out here living single." "At least I didn't pretend to be blind." The room erupted. Mama D jumped up from her seat like she was 20 again, yelling "Hold my wig." But Joe's line beat her to it, strutting over in those sky-high red bottoms, laughing that signature cackle. "Y'all see this?" Rasheeda finally snapped. "I've been telling y'all for years, keep playing with that man, and watch what happens." She turned to the camera. Fourth wall completely shattered. "America. This right here is what happens when you let a dusty man play both sides. Take notes." Kirk, meanwhile, was still sitting there like a deer in headlights, hands up in that classic "I didn't do nothing" pose. Producers were swarming him, trying to mic him down, but he just kept muttering, "It wasn't like that. We were just talking business. Nobody believed him. Not for a second. The confession had already aired live to millions. That one sentence, "I spent the night at the W Midtown with Kendra, and it wasn't just to talk business," had detonated the entire franchise. Cut to the green room, 30 minutes later. Production had pulled the plug on the live feed, but bootleg cell phone footage was already leaking everywhere. Rasheeda was pacing like a caged lioness. Ice pack pressed to her knuckles because apparently she'd hit so hard she bruised herself. Her best friend and stylist, Vanessa, was trying to calm her down. "Girl, breathe. You can't go back out there swinging again. They'll sue you into next week." Rasheeda spun on her. "Sue me. They better sue Kirk for emotional terrorism. That man looked me in my eyes 2 days ago, kissed our sons goodnight, told me he loved me, then drove straight to that hotel to meet her." Outside the door you could hear arguing. Kirk was trying to get in, security blocking him. "Let me talk to my wife," he shouted. Rasheeda heard him and laughed bitterly. "Your wife? Oh, now I'm your wife. Where was that energy when you were checking into the W under Mr. and Mrs. Anonymous?" She flung the door open herself. Kirk stepped forward, looking pitiful in his oversized hoodie and chains. "Baby, listen. It was one night, one mistake. I was stressed about the label, about money, about everything. Kendra was just there. Just there." Rasheeda's voice cracked. "You carried her Louis bag up to the room. Security cam caught you kissing her in the elevator at 2:17 a.m. While I was texting you, 'Where you at?' You replied, 'Studio running late. Love you. Love you. Love you.'" She lunged again, but Vanessa and Mama D held her back. Kirk flinched like he thought she might actually connect this time. Tears were streaming down his face now. "I'm sorry, Rasheeda. I swear on our kids, I'm sorry. I don't want to lose my family." Fans watching the leaked clips online were divided. Half were Team Rasheeda all the way. Queen finally stood up for herself. Slap heard around the world. While the other half were dragging her. She put hands on another woman over a man who's been cheating since 2012. "Girl, bye. Leave him and Kendra alone." Twitter was a war. Memes of the slap were everywhere. Slow-mo, GIF synced to "Slap My Mama" by Young Thug. Reaction videos hitting millions of views in hours. Even celebrities were chiming in. Cardi B tweeted, "Not Rasheeda turning into Will Smith on set Luu, but Loki, I get it. Don't play with me." Nicki Minaj quote tweeted with fire emojis, "And that's how you handle AOP, sis." Back on set, the producers were in panic mode. This wasn't just drama, this was potential lawsuit territory. Assault charges, network PR nightmare. They huddled in a corner while the cast milled around, pretending not to eavesdrop. K. Michelle was on her phone live streaming to her followers, whispering, "Y'all, this bigger than love and hip-hop. This a whole marriage imploding on national TV. Pray for Rasheeda because she don't deserve this." Then came the first big twist nobody saw coming. One of the production assistants rushed in holding a tablet. "Guys, the hotel just released a statement. They're saying Kirk booked the suite under his name but added Kendra as a guest at 11 p.m. And there's more footage. They're threatening to leak it if we don't pay for silence." Gasps rippled through the room. Rasheeda snatched the tablet, eyes scanning. Her face went from rage to pure devastation in seconds. "He paid for the room with our joint card, the one we use for the kids' school fees. He used our family money to cheat on me." That was the moment something inside Rasheeda broke for good. She dropped the tablet, sank onto the couch, and just stared at the wall. No screaming now, just quiet, bone-deep hurt. Kendra, who had been icing her face in another corner, finally spoke up, voice shaky. "I didn't know it was y'all joint card. I swear, he told me he was separated, that y'all were done. I never would have saved it." Rasheeda cut her off, voice low and deadly. "You knew enough to sneak around. You knew enough to post those cryptic stories the next morning with coffee cups and city views. Don't play victim now." Kendra opened her mouth, closed it, then just walked out, head down, security escorting her to a waiting SUV. The green room fell silent except for Rasheeda's soft sobs. Mama D sat beside her, rubbing her back. "Baby girl, you stronger than this. You built an empire. You raised beautiful boys. One. You built an empire. You raised beautiful boys. One." "Sorry man, ain't gonna take that from you." Rasheeda looked up, eyes red. "I believed him, Ma. Every single time he promised, he changed. I believed him because I wanted our family to stay together. Now look at us." Kirk was still outside, begging to come in. Producers finally let him through, but only with a mediator present. He dropped to his knees in front of Rasheeda. "Please babe, give me one more chance. I'll do counseling, I'll go to church, I'll quit the streets. Anything. Don't throw us away over one night. Rasheeda stared at him for a long moment. Then she stood up slowly, wiped her face, and said the words that sent chills through everyone listening. One night, Kirk. This ain't one night. This is 10 years of lies stacked on top of each other. You don't get to beg now because the cameras caught you. You get to live with what you did, and I get to finally live without it. She walked past him without another word, head high, heels clicking down the hallway. The cast watched in stunned silence as she disappeared around the corner. Kirk stayed on his knees, head in his hands, crying like a baby. And just when everyone thought the night couldn't get any wilder, Rasheeda's phone lit up with a text from an unknown number. It was a screenshot, a DM thread between Kirk and another woman, timestamps from last month, hotel receipts, explicit messages. The sender wrote one line, "Thought you should know it wasn't just Kendra. There's more." Rasheeda froze in the parking lot, wind whipping her hair, staring at the proof that her entire marriage had been one long, elaborate lie. She looked back at the studio doors, then at her phone, then up at the night sky. For the first time in years, she smiled just a small, dangerous curve of her lips, because the slap wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. The parking lot lights cast long shadows as Rasheeda stood there alone, thumb hovering over the screen. That DM screenshot burned into her retinas. Kirk's words to some girl named Tasha. "Bae from just 3 weeks ago. Can't wait to see you again, baby. Last time was fire. Room 1408, same spot." Attached was a selfie of Kirk in a hotel bathrobe, smirking like he owned the world. Rasheeda's breath hitched. She scrolled further in the forwarded thread. More receipts, more dates, more hotels. One from Miami during the Super Bowl weekend when he told her he was networking with investors. Another from Atlanta just last month while she was filming her cooking show pilot. The messages were graphic, flirty, full of inside jokes that made her stomach turn because some of them were the same lines he used on her back when they first got together. She didn't cry this time. The tears had dried up somewhere between the slap and the green room breakdown. Instead, a cold clarity settled over her like armor. She saved every screenshot, forwarded them to her lawyer's private email, then blocked the unknown number. No reply. No outburst. Just action. She climbed into her black G-Wagon, cranked the ignition, and peeled out of the lot so fast, gravel sprayed like bullets. Her phone started blowing up texts from Mama D, missed calls from producers, even a hesitant "you good" from Jocelyn. She ignored them all. Right now, the only voice she needed to hear was her own. Cut to the next morning. Rasheeda's house in Buckhead looked picture perfect from the outside manicured lawn. Range Rovers in the drive, kids' bikes lined up neatly. Inside though, chaos. Her oldest son Kai was sitting at the kitchen island staring at his iPad, mouth open. "Mom, is Dad really with that lady from the show?" Rasheeda froze mid-pour of orange juice. She hadn't told the boys anything yet, but of course they'd seen it. The slap clip was everywhere: morning shows, Shade Room, TMZ, even local news in Atlanta. She set the carton down carefully. "Baby, come here." She pulled him into a hug. "Your daddy made some really bad choices. Grown-up choices. But that don't change how much we love you and your brother, okay?" Kai nodded against her shoulder, but his eyes were glassy. "Is he coming home?" Rasheeda swallowed hard. "I don't know yet, sweetheart, but whatever happens, we got each other. Always." While Rasheeda was trying to shield her kids from the storm, Kirk was crashing at his cousin's spot on the west side, sleeping on a lumpy couch, with his phone on Do Not Disturb. He'd tried calling Rasheeda 50 times overnight, straight to voicemail. He'd even driven by the house at 3 a.m., but the gates were locked and the security cameras were on. He knew better than to buzz. Instead, he scrolled through the comments under the viral clips. Most were brutal. Kirk a whole clown. Rasheeda deserved better. Kendra knew what she was doing to a few ride or days were in his mentions. "King, you human. Mistakes happen, she come round." But the numbers didn't lie. His follower count had dropped by 12,000 since last night. Brands were already emailing his manager, pulling sponsorships. The label was re-evaluating his upcoming project. Everything he'd built on the back of being the messy but lovable husband was crumbling in real time. Back at Rasheeda's, her phone rang again. This time it was her lawyer, Ms. Patricia Harris, voice calm but urgent. "Rasheeda, we need to talk prenup assets and possible alienation of affection claims against Kendra. But more importantly, there's another leak coming. Someone's shopping a full sex tape from that hotel night. Grainy, but clear enough. They're asking $200K to bury it." Rasheeda's grip tightened on the phone. Who's shopping it? Hotel staff? Disgruntled PA? Could be Kendra herself trying to flip the narrative. Doesn't matter. We can counter-offer, or let it drop and spin it as revenge porn. Your call. Rasheeda closed her eyes. Bury it. Use whatever it takes. I'm not letting my sons see their father like that on the internet. She hung up, then made another call, this one to her PR team. I want a statement out by noon. No tears, no begging, just facts and strength. And book me every major interview slot next week. I'm talking The Breakfast Club, The Jennifer Hudson Show, Angela Yee. I'm telling my side. All of it. By afternoon, the statement dropped like a bomb. Rasheeda's official IG post. A single black and white photo of her standing alone on stage at one of her past shows. Mic in hand, eyes fierce. Caption read, "For years I protected a marriage that wasn't protecting me. Last night the mask finally fell off live, for the world to see. I won't apologize for defending my peace. I won't apologize for loving hard. And I damn sure won't apologize for walking away when respect walked out. To my sons, mommy's got us. To my fans, thank you for the love. To everyone else, stay tuned. The boss is just getting started. Hashtag RASHEEDA Frost. Hashtag no more lies." The likes poured in hundreds of thousands in minutes. Comments were a mix of support and shade, but the support drowned out the rest. Yes is queen. Finally free. Protect this woman at all costs. Even some of the cast chimed in. Mama D posted a video. That's my daughter. Blood don't run no thicker. Anybody come for her, come for me. Joe's line dropped a simple period. K. Michelle went live for an hour ranting about men who think they can have their cake and eat it too while the wife holds everything down. Kirk saw the post while sitting in his cousin's living room. He stared at the screen until it went black, then threw the phone across the room. It hit the wall and cracked. He buried his face in his hands. For the first time since the slap, he realized this might actually be over. Not a dramatic breakup for ratings, not a we taking a break storyline. Real over. Meanwhile, Kendra had gone radio silent. Her IG was private, stories off, comments disabled, but a source close to her leaked to the shade room that she was devastated and didn't expect things to go this far. She was reportedly holed up in a friend's condo, dodging calls from production and refusing to comment. Fans weren't buying the victim act though. Her mentions were flooded with peach emojis, middle fingers, and "you played a dangerous game, sis." That evening Rasheeda did something she hadn't done in years. She went live. No makeup, hair in a messy bun, sitting on her balcony with a glass of red wine. The viewer count shot up to 80,000 in minutes. She spoke softly at first. "Y'all, I've been holding this in so long it feels weird to say it out loud. But yeah, Kirk cheated. Again. And this time it wasn't whispers or rumors. It was on camera. In my face. And I reacted. Maybe I shouldn't have put my hands on her. Maybe I should have walked away cleaner. But when you hear your husband admit he spent your birthday weekend in a hotel with someone you considered a friend, something snaps. And I'm not sorry it did." She paused, took a sip. "But this ain't about Kendra. This about me finally choosing me. I spent years building businesses, raising boys, keeping a household while my husband played both sides of the fence. No more. So to every woman watching who's been holding on because of the kids, the money, the image, hear me. You deserve peace. You deserve loyalty. And if they can't give it, you got every right to take your power back, even if it means slapping somebody on national TV." The chat exploded. Hearts, flames, crying donations pouring in. She ended the live with one last line. This chapter closing. But the book just getting good. As the screen went dark, Rasheeda leaned back in her chair, exhaled, and for the first time in forever felt light. But she knew the storm wasn't over. Kirk wasn't going to go quietly. Kendra still had her version to tell. And those other women in the DM, they were just starting to come forward. The next twist was already brewing and it was about to hit harder than any slap ever could. Cheated on wife wanted to do. Kendra had it coming. Another man laughed. Kirk, better run. That slap was personal. She switched it off. Silence felt safer. Back home, her PR team was already in the living room with laptops and coffee. Lead publicist, Jamie, slid a tablet over. "We got the Breakfast Club booked for tomorrow. They want the full story, no filter. Angela Yee's people are circling too. But first, this dropped 20 minutes ago." She hit play. It was a blurry IG story from an account called @TruthHurts404-Anonymous. Private now, but screenshotted everywhere. The clip showed Kirk in what looked like a car last night, voice slurred, talking to someone off camera. She slapped her because she jealous. Kendra ain't even the main one. Rasheeda, no, I got options. She just mad the world seeing it now. The video cut to him laughing bitterly. "I ain't begging no more. If she want the divorce, Cool, I'll keep it moving. The story had been up for less than 5 minutes before it vanished, but the damage was done. Blogs were running headlines. Kirk fires back. Rasheeda jealous. I got options after SLAPS scandal. Rasheeda stared at the frozen frame of Kirk's face. Something inside her hardened even more. He really out here playing victim after everything. Jamie nodded. Fans are eating it up. Some are switching sides, saying you overreacted, that it's just reality TV drama. Others are calling him delusional. Rasheeda stood up. Then let's remind them who's been holding this family together. Prep the Breakfast Club questions. I'm not holding back. Cut to that afternoon. Kendra finally broke her silence, not with a statement, but with a full IEG live from what looked like a hotel suite. Makeup, flawless. Voice trembling just enough to sell the tears. I never meant to hurt anybody. Kirk told me they were separated. He said Rasheeda was focused on her career, that they were co-parenting, not together. I believed him. When I heard what he said on the reunion, I was shocked, but I didn't deserve to be assaulted. Nobody does. I'm pressing charges. And for the record, that night was consensual. He pursued me. I'm not the villain here. The live peaked at 120,000 viewers. Comments were vicious. Girl, buy you new pressing charges. After you slept with a married man. Kendra the real victim. Lamoshi ended by blowing a kiss to the camera. I'm healing. Pray for me. Rasheeda watched the replay in her home gym. Mid-treadmill. She didn't pause. Just kept running faster. When she finished, sweat dripping, she called Mama D. Ma, she pressing charges. Mama D sucked her teeth. Let her try. We got cameras, witnesses, and the fact that she admitted to sleeping with him on live. Self-defense all day. Plus, Atlanta DA ain't touching this unless they want the whole city clowning them. Rasheeda laughed for the first time in days. You always know what to say. Mama D softened. Baby, you got the whole hood behind you. Jocelyn already said she'd testify if it comes to that. Scrappy too. Even K. Michelle, offering to pay your legal fees. You ain't alone. That night the cast had an unofficial group chat blowing up. Jocelyn sent a voice note. Y'all see Kendra live. She out here acting like she didn't know Kirk was married with kids. Clown makeup on point. Scrappy replied with laughing emoji. She pressed charges. Over one slap. Girl dramatic. Then a bombshell from an unknown number in the chat. Turns out it was a PA who'd been fired. Y'all need to see this. I got audio from the hotel lobby. Kirk on the phone with another chick while checking in with Kendra, saying she think this just a one-time, but you next weekend. Attached was a 30-second clip. Kirk's voice clear as day. Yeah baby, Kendra, cool for now, but you the one I really want. Rasheeda don't suspect nothing. The chat went dead silent for a full minute, then exploded with fire emojis and told y'all. Rasheeda listened to it alone in her bedroom. Her hands shook, not from anger this time, from betrayal so deep it felt physical. She saved the file, sent it to her lawyer, then texted the group, posted anonymously. Let the world hear. Within an hour the audio was everywhere. Shade room, ball alert, the neighborhood talk. Headlines shifted overnight. Kirk Frost caught on hot mic planning next affair while with Kendra. Rasheeda wasn't the only one blindsided. Kendra just collateral in Kirk's games. Kirk's phone was off by then. He'd checked into a different hotel low-key this time, trying to disappear. But paparazzi found him anyway. Photos surfaced of him leaving with a hoodie pulled low, looking haggard. Fans mobbed the comments. How you feel now, Kirk? Karma coming fast. He didn't respond. For once, the king of clapback stayed quiet. The following day, Rasheeda stepped onto the Breakfast Club set like she owned it. Charcoal blazer, red lip, hair sleeked back. Charlemagne, DJ Envy, and Jess Hilarious were waiting. Charlemagne started right in. So, you slapped Kendra on national TV. Walk us through it. Rasheeda leaned forward. I heard my husband confess to cheating on my birthday weekend. With money from our family account live. In front of everybody. I reacted like any woman would when her whole life gets disrespected on camera. I'm not proud of the violence, but I'm not apologizing for the emotion. Jess jumped in. And now Kendra talking charges. Rasheeda smiled coolly. She can try. But she also admitted on live that she slept with a man she knew had a wife and kids. Let the courts sort that hypocrisy. The interview went viral before it even aired. Clips of Rasheeda saying, I'm done protecting a man who never protected me were trending #1. By the time she left the studio, her phone had a text from her lawyer. Kirk's team reached out. He wants to settle everything quietly. No contest on the prenup terms. He's offering full custody to you with generous child support. Says he'll step back from the spotlight if that's what you want. Rasheeda sat in the back of her SUV, staring out at Atlanta traffic. She didn't reply right away. Instead she opened her notes app and typed one line. Chapter closed. New book starting now. But even as she typed it, her phone buzzed again. Another anonymous DM. This one with a photo attachment, a positive pregnancy test. Timestamped 2 weeks ago. The message read, "Tell Rasheeda it's not Kendra's, it's mine." And Kirk already knows. Rasheeda's breath caught. The car kept moving, but everything inside her stopped. Another woman, another possible child, another layer to the lie she'd lived for a decade. She closed her eyes, whispered to herself, "Not today, devil, not today." The drama wasn't ending. It was evolving into something bigger, messier, and potentially more explosive than any SLAP could ever be. Rasheeda's SUV pulled into the driveway just as the sun dipped low, painting the sky orange and pink like it was trying to apologize for the mess of the day. She killed the engine, sat there for a full minute staring at the steering wheel. The pregnancy test photo was still open on her phone, pink lines stark against a white background. Timestamp glaring back at her like an accusation. No name attached to the DM account. Just at Shadow Truth 88 with a blank profile pic and 0 followers. She screenshotted it, forwarded to her lawyer again, then deleted the message. She wasn't ready to deal with this. Not tonight. Not after Breakfast Club. Not after the audio leak. Not after watching Kirk laugh on that IG story like her pain was a punchline. Inside the house smelled like Vanessa had been cooking collard greens, cornbread, mac and cheese, comfort food. The boys were in the playroom with the nanny, laughing over Rasheeda slipped off her heels, padded to the kitchen barefoot. Vanessa turned from the stove, saw her face, and immediately turned the burner down. What now? Rasheeda slid onto a bar stool, pushed her phone across the island. Vanessa, read the DM, eyes widening. Oh hell no. Another one, with a baby. Rasheeda nodded slowly. She says Kirk already knows, meaning he's known for weeks, maybe months, while he was still coming home, kissing me goodnight, telling me he was working on us. Vanessa cursed under her breath, grabbed 2 wine glasses, poured generously. You filing tomorrow? Rasheeda took a long sip. I told the lawyer to draw up the papers. Full custody, house, businesses stay mine. He can have whatever scraps he wants from the label. But this, she tapped the phone. This changes the timeline. I need a DNA test before anything else. If it's true, my boys have a sibling out there. And I'm not letting some side baby mama use my kids as leverage. The doorbell rang. Both women froze. Vanessa checked the camera. Mama D, arms loaded with shopping bags, looking like she came to war. Rasheeda opened the door. Mama D marched in without preamble. I brought reinforcements, food, wine, and my Bible because we bout to pray this demon out. She set the bags down, hugged Rasheeda tight. Heard about the Breakfast Club? You ate. But I also heard about that new leak. Another chick pregnant. Rasheeda sighed. Anonymous. But yeah, Mama D sucked her teeth. Kirk out here building a whole dynasty behind your back. That boy got more seeds than a sunflower. We handling this like family. No press. No drama. Just facts and lawyers. She pulled out her phone. I already called my connect at the clinic. We getting paternity done quiet. Next week. You tell Kirk when you're ready. Not before. That night Rasheeda couldn't sleep. She lay in the king bed that suddenly felt too big, scrolling old photos. Wedding day. First baby announcement. Family vacations. Every smile now looked like a lie. Around 2 a.m. her phone lit up. Kirk FaceTime. She almost declined, but something made her answer. Phone lit up. Kirk FaceTime. She almost declined, but something made her answer. His face filled the screen, puffy eyes. Stubble. Hotel lamp casting shadows. Rasheeda, please don't hang up. She didn't speak, just stared. He swallowed. I saw the Breakfast Club. You looked beautiful. Strong. I'm proud of you even if I got no right to say it. Silence. I know I messed up. Bad. Worse than before. But I'm trying to fix it. I checked into rehab. Outpatient, anger management, too. For real, this time. Rasheeda finally spoke, voice flat. Rehab for what, Kirk? Cheating addiction. He winced for everything. The lying. The ego. The way I kept hurting you thinking you'd always stay. She laughed softly. No humor. You thought right for 10 years. He rubbed his face. I don't want the divorce. I want my family. I'll sign whatever you want. Prenup stays. Money stays yours. Just counseling. 1 year. If it don't work, I walk. No fight. Rasheeda studied him. And the other women. The audios. The pregnancy. His eyes widened. What pregnancy? She held up the screenshot. Even through the screen she saw the color drain. I don't know who that is. I swear. Send it to me. I'll get a test tomorrow. If it's mine, I'll handle it. But Rasheeda, that don't change us. She shook her head. It changes everything. You knew. You kept secrets while I planned birthdays and built brands and raised our sons. You don't get to decide what changes." She ended the call. Screen went black. She blocked him again. Next morning the blogs had a field day. Rasheeda rejects Kirk's plea for reconciliation. Sources say divorce papers incoming. Pregnancy rumor rocks. Frost marriage, third woman emerges. Fans were rabid. Some started GoFundMes for Rasheeda's new beginning. Others dragged Kirk into oblivion. Kendra, sensing the tide turning, posted a cryptic IG story. Black screen, white text. "Sometimes the truth comes out sideways. Healing looks different for everyone." Nobody bought it. Comments roasted her. Healing from getting slapped or from being exposed. "Sit this one out, sis. You lost." Rasheeda spent the day with her boys. Park. Ice cream. No phones. Kai asked quietly while they swung. "Mom, are you and Dad breaking up for real?" She stopped the swing, knelt to his level. "We're figuring out what's best. But no matter what, you got two parents who love you, and a mom who's never leaving." He hugged her neck tight. That hug kept her going. By evening, her lawyer called. Kirk's team accepted the terms. He's not contesting custody or assets. He wants supervised visitation for now. Says he's focusing on rehab. Rasheeda exhaled. "Good. File it." Pause. "And the pregnancy. We subpoenaed medical records from the anonymous tip. Turns out it's real. Woman's name is Tasha, same from the DM thread last week. She's 6 weeks. Kirk met her at a label party in Miami. He's already agreed to a DNA and support, if positive." Rasheeda closed her eyes. "Tell him I want the results before the divorce final." And no press from his side. "We keep this contained for the boys." Lawyer agreed. "You're handling this like a boss. Rasheeda, proud of you." That night she did another live shorter this time. Just her in sweats, hair wrapped, candle flickering. "Y'all been riding with me hard? Thank you. I'm not perfect. I lost my cool on set. But I'm owning it. I'm also owning my future. Divorce is filing. It's amicable as it can be. My sons come first. My peace comes next. And yeah, there's more mess out there. More women. More truths coming. But I'm not hiding anymore. If you're watching and you're in something toxic, leave. Quietly if you have to. Loudly if you can. Just leave. You deserve better. I deserve better. We all do." The live ended with her blowing a kiss. Viewer count hit 200,000. Donations flooded for her foundation. She quietly started for women leaving bad situations. She turned off the lights, crawled into bed, and for the first time in weeks, slept through the night. But the next twist was already loading. Tasha was about to go public. With proof, with receipts, and with a demand. Kirk needs to claim his child. And Rasheeda needs to face the family she helped create. The Frost Empire wasn't just cracking, it was about to shatter wide open. The storm finally broke wide open the following week. Tasha, the mystery woman with the positive test, didn't wait for subpoenas or quiet DNA results. She went straight to the blogs, dropping a bombshell interview with the Shade Room Live. Camera shaky, background a plain hotel wall, but her face clear. Mid-20s, braids pulled back, eyes red from crying but voice steady. "I met Kirk at a private listening party in Miami last February. He told me he was single, that his marriage was over in everything but paper. We started talking, then more. I got pregnant in June. When I told him, he said he'd handle it, money support, whatever I needed, but he also said don't tell Rasheeda yet." She flipped. "I waited. Then the reunion slap happened and everything exploded. I can't hide anymore. This baby deserves a father who claims him. And Rasheeda, I'm sorry. I didn't know the full truth until it was too late." She held up ultrasound, pic stated, time-stamped, clear as day. The internet lost its mind. Hashtag TashaBaba trending shot to #1. Memes flooded in. Kirk's face photoshopped onto a baby daddy's starter pack. Rasheeda slapped gif captioned when you thought it was just one side chick. Fans split harder than ever. Some called Tasha brave for coming forward. Others called her opportunistic. Waited till the divorce papers were hot to drop this. Kendra even commented under the live clip. "Sis, same. He played us both. Praying for that baby though." The hypocrisy was thick enough to cut with a knife. Rasheeda saw the interview while sitting in her lawyer's office, finalizing the divorce decree. She didn't flinch, just nodded once. "Run the DNA. Fast track it." The results came back 3 days later. 99% match. Kirk was the father. Her lawyer slid the paper across the desk. "He's agreed to everything. Child support for Tasha's baby starts immediately. No public acknowledgement until after the divorce is final. He's also signing over the Buckhead house, the cars, the production company shares. You keep the music catalog, the fashion line, everything in your name." Rasheeda signed without hesitation. Ink dried. It was done. Kirk released one statement through his PR short, "No excuses. I take full responsibility for my actions. I've hurt people I love. I'm in therapy, focusing on being a better father to all my children. I wish Rasheeda and our sons nothing but peace and success." No further comment. He deleted his socials the next day. Ghost mode. Some said he checked into a longer rehab stint out of state. Others whispered he was laying low in LA trying to salvage what was left of his career. Either way, the king of messy had finally been dethroned. Rasheeda, meanwhile, was rebuilding in real time. She launched her foundation officially, Frost-Free Beginnings, a non-profit for women escaping toxic relationships. Offering legal aid, therapy, business grants. First event sold out in hours. She walked the red carpet at the BET Awards solo, black gown shimmering, head high, no ring on her finger. When asked about the drama, she smiled that boss smile. "I'm grateful for the lessons. Pain taught me power, and I'm using it to help others rise." The crowd erupted. Clips of her speech went mega viral. Even Cardi B reposted. "That's that real boss energy. Love you, Sheeda." The boys adjusted slowly. Kai started therapy. The youngest asked less questions. Rasheeda made sure weekends were sacred. No cameras, no drama, just family. She took them to Disney, cooked Sunday dinners, danced in the kitchen to old R&B. Life wasn't perfect, but it was hers. Months later, the reunion special finally aired, edited heavily, but the SLAPS stayed. Ratings shattered records. Producers added disclaimers, trigger warnings, even a follow-up segment with Rasheeda reflecting. She sat alone on a stool, soft lighting, no tears. "That night changed me. Not because I hit someone, because I finally hit my limit, and I'm thankful for it. I'm free now. Truly free." Kendra dropped her charges after the DNA news hit. Quiet settlement, NDA signed. She moved to LA, started a podcast about healing from public betrayal. Jocelyn laughed about it on her own live. Everybody got a glope after Kirk, even the side chicks. And Rasheeda, she dropped her first solo album in 2 years. Lead single, "Slap Back." Lyrics raw, beat hard, hook undeniable. "You thought I'd break, but I just clapped back / took my crown, put it right back on my head. No more tears for a man who played pretend. Boss up, level up, this the end." It debuted at #1. Fans screamed the chorus at concerts. She performed it on every major stage. Mic in hand, smile fierce, no looking back. The Frost saga didn't end with a bang. It ended with a woman walking away head high, heart healing, empire intact. And somewhere in the quiet aftermath, Rasheeda finally exhaled. She'd survived the storm. Now she was the calm after. If you made it this far, you're ride or die for real. Smash that like button if the slap still lives rent-free in your head. Subscribe and hit the bell because we got more mess coming. Real tea, fake drama, all of it. Drop in the comments, Team Rasheeda forever, or do you think Kirk can redeem himself? Who's the biggest villain, Kirk, Kendra, or Tasha? Let me know below, and tell me what wild love and hip-hop moment you want fabricated next. Your girls got more scripts ready to drop. Peace, love, and boss energy always. See you in the next one. Scripts ready to drop. Peace, love, and boss energy always. See you in the next one.